well, let me kind of like shift gears because I know you had touched on it. You had mentioned that when you were on drugs for, for however long you were on, how long? Just briefly, like
20 from 14 or from 14 to 40.
Man, that's
so 26 years.
That's 26 years. That's a long time.
Yeah.
You had an addiction to porn and women.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me just briefly about that. You don't have to get into too detail. I'm just saying, like, tell me how did that like just consume you? Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, and I don't know the psychological thing behind it. I wish I did. I like to think that I do, but I don't. But when I was younger, I was just super sensitive. I don't know if I can't blame it on anything. I mean, I know enough people now that I know that everybody's just a little bit different, but I was super sensitive, and the first couple little first love fling things just ripped my heart out, man. I was just so crazy susceptible to just, I don't think I dealt with a breakup or getting cheated on or anything like that like normal people. I mean, it just tore me up, man.
Wow.
And
so girl broke your heart. That's
yeah, a couple of them broke my heart. And so then I think I somewhere inside just decided that women weren't for loving, they were for having fun with. And so then methamphetamines was a great route to take to make that happen.
Yeah,
so
man.
I'm in some sort of an emotional numbness, and it's everybody is sexually heightened, so getting what I want is fairly easy, and I don't know. I was a likable guy, and I always was a workaholic, so I always had money, and I always had drugs, and so I always had sex pretty much whenever I wanted it. So in that I had porn was a heavy addiction. If there was magazines or movies or something always available or playing, and so my life consisted of working all day and getting off work, and I wouldn't sell drugs for money. I would sell drugs for the social aspect of it, so that I could be running around town, seeing different people. It was my social hour, work all day, be social all night, and in that I'd just pick and choose who I wanted to stay with at night, and that was it. I had drugs and porn, and that was my life.
And the whole just epidemic of the porn business is just crazy now, right? It's like back then, I'm sure like you had to go places to go and get it.
Yeah.
Today, it's just right on your fingertips,
Yeah.
on your phone,
Yeah.
tablet, whatever and stuff. And that a lot of people don't take that into consideration and stuff. But yeah, man, I bet it's heavy and it's a strong thing. No doubt,
Another thing, and this is off subject, sorry, but so after that we're at NCIC, we're getting into Proverbs, and everybody's talking about, they're Jezebel, or all these women that were all messed up, and so now later on, having a biblical outlook on things, I recognize that everything's just a bondage, a lie that you've bought into from the enemy, and so now when I think about those gals, man, those women, the lies that they had to have bought into to think that lifestyle was okay, that look, to live like this is okay. One of my fiancés at a time was a call girl, but she was that's just what she did, and that lifestyle was okay to her, and it was okay to me at that time. And
you said a call girl?
Yeah.
What is that specifically? It's a prostitute, or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So she had a Craigslist thing. She had a madam, and they had a Craigslist thing, and they would they would get calls and go out, and but what I realized later is it's not those evil women, this or that. It's just they bought into a lie, man, that is crazy, because we're called to be the spiritual leaders, right? And these are women that have had zero good influence from men and all bad. This particular gal that I'm talking about, she'd been sexually abused by all of her uncles. She'd been sexually abused by a babysitter. I mean, she just was raised in a way that just was. If the men out there were doing their jobs more, then women would be in a better position. You know what I mean?